Welcome to the Random English. So, today's not something deep or heavy. It's just a very normal thing, I think.
Yeah, it's actually funny, but also not funny at the same time. Like, when someone says, let's go to a restaurant, it sounds normal, even exciting. But the moment you actually reach there, something just changes inside. At least for me, it's not that simple anymore.
Exactly. That's the thing. Like, from outside, it looks easy. You just go, sit, order food, that's it. But the moment the waiter comes near your table, your brain just stops working for a second.
Yes, oh my god, that exact moment. Like, I already know what I want to eat. I've even read the menu. But when the waiter is standing there, waiting, I suddenly feel like I don't know how to say a simple sentence.
Same here. And the worst part is, it's not like we don't know English. We understand everything. We can read, we can even think in English sometimes. But when it's time to speak, especially in front of someone, it just feels different.
It feels like there's pressure for no reason. Like the waiter is just doing his job. He's not judging. But still, in that moment, it feels like he's listening to every single word, very carefully.
Yeah, and then you start overthinking. What if I say it wrong? What if I pronounce something weird? And suddenly, ordering food feels like giving an exam.
Exactly. Like a small test, and you didn't prepare for it. And then, instead of saying a full sentence, I just point at the menu and say, this one.
Yes, same. Or sometimes I just say, same as him, if I'm with someone else. Even if I wanted something different, I just don't want to go through that moment again.
And the funny thing is, after the waiter leaves, everything comes back to normal. Like suddenly, you remember all the sentences. You feel like, oh, that was easy. Why didn't I just say it?
Yeah, that after moment is the worst. You sit there thinking, I could have just said, can I get this? That's it. Just one simple line. But in that moment, it didn't feel simple at all.
It's strange how something so small can make you feel so uncomfortable. And it's not just one time, it keeps happening again and again, every time you go out.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people feel this, but no one really says it out loud. Like we all act normal, but inside, we're just trying to survive that one small interaction.
Yeah. It's like a very small moment, but it stays with you. And next time you go to a restaurant, you already know that feeling is going to come back again.
I've been thinking about this. Like, it's not really about the restaurant, right? Because the same thing doesn't happen when we talk to friends or family. It's something else, something inside that just shows up in these small situations.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the place, it's the feeling.
Like, the moment someone we don't know is standing in front of us, something shifts, and suddenly we become very aware of ourselves. Aware is the right word. Like, you start noticing everything, your voice, your pronunciation, even how fast or slow you're speaking.
And the more you notice, the more uncomfortable it gets. It's like you're not speaking naturally anymore. You're watching yourself speak.
Yeah, like you're inside your own head, instead of just being in the moment. And then your mind starts asking weird questions, questions that you never ask in normal conversations. Like, what if I say something wrong? What if he doesn't understand me? Or even worse, what if he understands but thinks I sound stupid? That last one, yeah, that hits. Because it's not really about English, it's about how we think people will see us.
Exactly. It feels like you're being judged, even if no one is actually judging you. And your brain just assumes, okay, this is risky. Don't mess this up.
And that pressure, it makes everything harder. Even a simple sentence like, "Can I get a coffee?" starts feeling like something complicated.
Yes, and the strange part is, we already know these sentences. We've heard them, we've practiced them, we've even said them alone. Perfectly fine. But in that moment, they just don't come out.
It's like your brain freezes, not because you don't know, but because you're trying too hard to be perfect.
Yeah, perfection. That's the problem. We don't allow ourselves to be a little wrong. We want it to sound clean, correct, like how native speakers say it.
And when it doesn't feel perfect, we just stop ourselves. Or we switch to something easier, like pointing or saying very short words.
Hmm. And that slowly becomes a habit. Like every time you avoid speaking, you're kind of teaching your brain that it's safer not to speak.
Yeah. And then next time, the fear comes even faster. You don't even wait for the moment. You already feel nervous before the waiter arrives.
Exactly. It starts even before it happens. You sit down, open the menu, but a part of your mind is already thinking, how am I going to say this?
And instead of enjoying the moment, you're just preparing for that one interaction, which is kind of sad, honestly.
Yeah, it is, because it's such a normal part of life. Going out, ordering food, talking a little, it shouldn't feel this heavy, but somehow it does.
I think the reason this feeling stays so strong is because of those small, embarrassing moments we've had before. Like, they don't look big from outside, but inside, they stay for a long time.
Yeah, and the worst part is, you remember them at the most random times. Like you're just sitting quietly, and suddenly your brain goes, remember that moment?
Oh, God, yeah, that happens. I still remember this one time. I went to this small cafe and I wanted to order iced coffee. Simple.
Okay, sounds easy so far.
Yeah, it was easy until I opened my mouth. The waiter came and asked, "What would you like?" And I don't know why, but I said, "I want cold coffee ice."
Wait, what?
Exactly. Even I didn't understand what I said. The waiter just looked at me for a second, not in a rude way, just confused. And that made it worse.
Yeah, that silence, that 2 to 3 second silence, it feels so long.
So I tried to fix it, but I made it even worse. I said, "No, no, coffee, cold, with ice, drink." And at that point, I just wanted to disappear.
I can feel that. And what did he say?
He just nodded and said, "Iced coffee?" And I was like, "Yes, yes, that one." But after that, I didn't say a single extra word.
Yeah, once that happens, you just want the interaction to end as fast as possible.
Exactly. And the whole time I was sitting there, I kept replaying that moment in my head. Like, why did I say that? It was so simple.
I had something similar, but worse.
Worse? Okay, now I'm curious.
So, I went out with my friends once, and everyone was ordering confidently. Like full sentences, clear voice, no hesitation. And I was just sitting there, waiting for my turn.
That already sounds stressful.
Yeah, and when it was my turn, I suddenly forgot everything. I knew what I wanted, but the words just didn't come out. So I just said, same.
even though you wanted something else?
Yeah, completely different. But I didn't want to go through that moment where everyone is looking and the waiter is waiting and I'm struggling.
That's the thing. Sometimes it's not even about the waiter. It's about the people around us, too.
Exactly. I felt like if I mess up, everyone will notice. Even if they actually don't care, it still feels like they do.
And then what happened? Did you just eat that?
Yeah, and the whole time I was thinking about the food I actually wanted. It sounds small, but it felt like I didn't choose for myself.
That's deeper than it looks. Because it's not just about food anymore. It's about avoiding a moment, even if it means ignoring what you want.
Yeah, and these moments, they slowly build something inside you, like a quiet fear that shows up every time you're in a similar situation.
And that's why next time, you don't even try properly. Because your brain remembers, last time didn't go well.
Yeah, and it keeps getting stronger if you keep avoiding it.
You know, after all these moments, I started realizing something, slowly. Maybe the problem is not that we can't speak. Maybe it's that we're trying too hard to speak perfectly.
Yeah, that actually makes sense. Because every time I feel stuck, it's not like I don't have words. It's more like I'm checking every word before saying it.
Exactly. Like there's this filter in your head that doesn't let anything come out unless it sounds right. And that filter just slows everything down.
Yeah, and in real conversations, you don't really have that much time. The waiter is standing there, waiting for your answer, not your perfection.
That line, yeah, that's important. He's waiting for your answer, not your perfect grammar. Like, he just wants to understand what you want to eat. That's it.
So maybe we're making it bigger than it actually is. We're turning a simple moment into something serious, almost like a performance.
Yeah, like we're trying to impress instead of just communicate. And that's where everything starts getting complicated.
So then, what actually helps? Because knowing this is one thing, but in that moment, it still feels hard.
Yeah, true. Knowing is not enough. But I tried something recently. Instead of thinking full sentences, I just focused on very small, simple phrases.
Like what?
Like, 1 coffee, please. This one. That's all. That's it. Nothing fancy.
That actually feels easier. Because those sentences, they don't need thinking. They just come out naturally.
Exactly. And once you say the first line, everything after that becomes a little easier. It's like breaking that first barrier is the hardest part.
Yeah, the first word is always the hardest. After that, your mind slowly relaxes, and you stop watching yourself so much.
And I also realized making a mistake is not as big as we think. Like, even if you say something a little wrong, people still understand you.
Yeah, and sometimes they even help you, without making it awkward. Like your cold coffee ice moment.
Yeah, he understood anyway. He didn't laugh, he didn't judge, he just corrected it naturally and moved on.
Which means the situation was never as serious as it felt in your head.
Exactly. Most of the pressure is coming from inside us, not from the waiter, not from people, just from our own thoughts.
So maybe the goal is not to speak perfectly, but just to speak, even if it's a little broken.
Yeah, broken but real is better than silent and perfect.
I like that. And I think if we start small, Like just saying one line confidently, it can slowly change everything.
Yeah, one small step at a time, not a big jump. Because confidence doesn't come all at once, it builds, slowly, quietly.
It's strange how something so small can slowly change the way you see yourself. Like, at first it's just about ordering food, but somewhere it becomes about confidence.
Yeah, it's not really about the restaurant anymore. It's about that moment where you choose to speak instead of staying quiet.
And that choice, it looks very small from outside. But inside, it feels like you did something big.
Like, even if you just say, 1 coffee, please, and you say it without overthinking, there's this quiet feeling of, okay, I did it.
Yeah, that small win matters. Because earlier, we were avoiding that moment. Now, we're facing it, even if it's not perfect.
And I think that's how confidence actually builds. Not by waiting to feel ready, but by doing it, even when you feel a little uncomfortable.
Exactly. Because that uncomfortable feeling, it doesn't go away on its own. It only changes when you go through it, again and again.
Yeah, and slowly, that same situation stops feeling scary. Like what once felt heavy starts feeling normal.
And maybe one day, you'll walk into a restaurant, and you won't even think about it. You'll just speak, naturally.
Yeah, that would feel nice. No pressure, no overthinking. Just a simple conversation, like it was always meant to be.
And honestly, even if it takes time, it's okay. Because every small attempt is already a step forward.
Yeah, we don't need to rush it. We just need to stop running away from it.
That's a good way to put it. Not perfect, not fast. Just a little more brave each time.
Yeah, a little more brave. That's enough.
All right, so I think that's a good place to end today's episode. We talked about something very simple, but also very real. That small moment when speaking feels harder than it should.
And if you've ever felt that, just know you're not the only one. And it's okay to take it slow. Just don't stop trying.
Yeah, and next time you go out, maybe just try one small sentence. Nothing perfect, just something real.
Yeah. And notice how it feels after that.
All right, that's it for today. If you like this episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye. Take care.